Howdy folks, welcome back. It is a little chilly NorCal day here, but I got in a really cool project, so I figured we'd dedicate a whole video to it. It's gonna take a few days because I had to order a ton of parts. But a friend of mine showed up the other day and he picked up a really cool 1999 Honda 400EX, which I have a special connection to just because when I was a young man, back when I was, I think, 14, I got a 400EX, very similar to this. Mine was a 2001. And man, I rode the wheels off of that thing. Middle school, high school, that's how I got around. I grew up in a small town in Ohio with limited police, so we used to ride all over the street and do all kinds of dumb stuff. Would not recommend any of that, but regardless, I have a special spot in my heart for 400EXs. So this one has a really cool backstory. Let's take a look and I'll tell you all about it. So I already gave this thing a bath. It was pretty dirty when it came in. And if you look at this side, you're like, oh wow, what a clean machine. But if you come over to this side, you can see she got a little bit warm. And what happened was, we live here in the beautiful Santa Cruz Mountains. And a couple years ago, we had a wildfire, the CZU wildfire that went through the area and burnt up like 900 houses and all that. And this quad was in where the fire was, but thankfully it was parked on a pile of like gravel and sand, so it didn't burn up. And the fire did get close enough, I guess, on the one side, or maybe some stuff was falling, where it melted the plastic a little bit. But other than that, it's fine. So I was really stoked on that. After I got all the title work done and made sure all that was good, I was like, all right, well, I got it for really cheap, so let's throw some money at it. I ordered all new plastic, we got new tires, and we're gonna make this thing really nice. Another thing that I got is, if you look, everybody puts these really strong aftermarket handlebars on quads, and what it does is, as soon as you roll it or have anything happen, it doesn't bend the handlebars, it bends the steering stem. So, brand new steering stem, we're gonna fix this thing up really nice. And one of the main reasons I bought this machine, it has full Öhlins suspension, nice steering damper, it's got the aluminum oil tank, which is a really nice mod on these. It helps them run a little cooler. And yeah, it's in a really good condition for its age. She got a little melty there too, I guess. Check out that. That was a little bit warm. But we're gonna save this thing. It's totally worth saving. And we're gonna make it a nice machine again. I love a 400EX. This is like a really awesome machine that doesn't require a ton of maintenance like the new 450s. They're really reliable. And with some YouTube magic, we got some parts in. New tires right there. Those are gonna be a lot of fun to put on. Yeah, right. And our OEM brand new front and rear fenders are here. New tank cover, seat cover, grips, steering stem. That's gonna be an awesome thing. So I guess it's time to tear this bad boy down. I already did a couple of the mechanical things on it. Didn't make a video, but it had an oil leak. Fixed that, no problem. So she's ready for teardown. Let's dig into it. One of the things I really love about these machines is how easy it is to work on. Fenders pop right off. And earlier I was talking about parts. This is the only part that I wasn't able to get. These are on back order with Honda. And the used ones are all kind of not very nice. And everything else is going to be new. So that's tough. But I'm gonna keep looking. Not in a hurry. But yeah, we got to get this steering stem out of here. Oh, nice little Marlboro in there, huh? Shouldn't do that. Smoking's bad for you, kids. But yeah, I guess we'll pull the tank off. It's pretty dirty, and then that way I can clean it all up. I want this thing really clean, so when I go to sell it, she's looking mint. Ooh, another thing I need to address. What is going on there? What kind of hillbilly? We're gonna have to fix that. Fun. All right, now, looks like the easiest way, I'll just pull this stuff off the bars, pull it forward, and we can get that steering stem out of there. This is gonna be a little tricky too. We gotta get that thing undone for the steering damper. Fun. I also noticed that it's missing its snorkel. This goes down in there like that, so you're not just sucking water and dirt and all kinds of air right into the air box. They're no good. So I picked this thing up, brand new Honda part, 30 bucks. Score! Oh, Simple Green, a man's best friend. Look how nasty this stuff is here. Come on, Simple Green, are we on? All right, let's go. As you can see, things escalated rather quickly, and got the steering stem out of her, and you can see this one is bent big time. Just takes a little bit of a bend, you know, over a length to really mess some stuff up. So I'm gonna slap the new one in here. That was a fun job, I tell you. You got to get all this stuff loose, tie rod ends, all that good stuff. Get her out of there, and we're gonna lube everything up when we put it back together. So she will have years of service as long as nobody wrecks this thing. My goodness, this new plastic looks so good. So good, I can't wait to get it on there. I also got new decals, which I don't really like the 1999 decals on here. So let me show you these new ones. These are the new ones, and I like this much better. I think that this is like the 02 or something like that. I can't remember what year they did these, but I thought it looked cool with the big sport tracks on there. Pretty stoked on that. All right, back to work. Let's put this thing back together. So I'm trucking along here, and man, kind of a lot of work just for this little bit of damage to replace this whole thing. I got the lights out, got them cleaned up, the little side covers. It's like a 3-piece thing. This one has a little bit of damage, but I'm not going to replace that because expensive. New steering stem is in. All that looks good. The bars are nice and level now. Pretty stoked on that. Snorkel's in. Yeah, like I said, we're trucking along. The exhaust, oh man, they had like clamps on here, super hillbillied up. So I popped it off. I need to brainstorm a little bit how I want to fix this. It doesn't quite line up like it should. It's like about 1/4 of an inch off, and I think that has to do with the gasket that they got in there. This is always the fun part, is fixing stuff that people rigged. Sometimes that's like takes a little bit longer than I'd like. Kind of like, you know, working on this plastic. But like I said, we're trucking along. The old 400EX is gonna be just glorious when it's done. Can't wait to ride it. I haven't went crazy bolting down the front plastics, but I got all that all hooked up, and still haven't found side piece that I like, but we're looking. I guess now we should take the rear plastics, get the seat out of here. Pretty easy, little linkage going on there, little bar. The more difficult part is putting on the seat cover, which is just a little time consuming. Side note, they're doing a prescribed burn down by the beach in Santa Cruz, and the air quality here is just ridiculously horrible. You can see the smoke over there. The smoke is everywhere. And I've been fighting a cold for like 3 weeks anyways, so this air quality is just killing me. My nose is running. It sucks. My throat hurts. Well, good stuff. Yeah, California. Real healthy out here. Seat cover wise, these are not as bad at all as the metal pan ones. So I'll just go through, get all these staples out. and we'll stretch the new cover over and staple it on. If you don't have a pneumatic stapler, go to Harbor Freight. They're super cheap, maybe 30 bucks. It will make your life a lot easier. As I was saying, one of the things that really makes the seat job a lot easier, little pneumatic stapler. I think that they're like 30 bucks. Get your seat nice and clean, and I like to keep the cover out in the sun a little bit to loosen it up, but not really warm enough and sunny enough to do that today. So now that we got the cover on, I got a fair amount of staples in it. And with these aftermarket covers, they never quite fit 100% right. So like this one, you could either trim this down and put more staples in, or you can fold it over and get a little double more of the grip there, because this stuff is pretty thin, you know. But yeah, thing's gonna look awesome on there, huh? So if you do happen to get a new set of plastics for your 400EX, the rear is going to come with this right here. This is just for shipping, you know, keeping everything together. So just cut that off, no worries. It's nothing wrong with it. Eh? Oh, this gets me excited. This thing is going to look so good. All right, so I kind of forgot I even had this thing. It's like an old school K&L bead breaker. So I'm gonna attempt to do these tires, I guess. Ugh, not my favorite. All right, more YouTube magic. I finished the 400, and yeah, pretty stoked on it. So let's check it out, and I'll, I guess, go over what I did. I did a lot of stuff that I didn't film. This isn't a how-to one, this is just for fun. So let's check her out. So like the Phoenix rising from the ashes, the old mighty 400 is back to life. So we got the new plastics, and I was able to find some cool graphics on the old Fleabay, which I know these are not the 99 style graphics, but I don't like those as much as I do these. So that's what she got. Also got some fresh rubber, frontsies and back. And boy, howdy did those back ones just give me a hard time. We also did all the mechanicals, full service, went through the brakes, all that good stuff. Everything's working good. This thing has full Olin suspension, super plush. New seat cover, I recovered all that, got everything cleaned up. This is one of the only parts I was unable to buy brand new, but I got one online, Power Sports Warehouse or something like that, I can't remember. They had one from Honda. These things cost 56 bucks, used and not in the best condition. It was 120, and it bothered me. That was the only part that I bought that I was like not stoked on. But everything else was really good. Did all the regular stuff, air filter, lube, chain, went through the carburetor. It did run when I got it, but not 100%. So went through the carburetor, and now let's turn the choke on. It's cold. I haven't started it all day. Fires right up. Pretty cold out today. Well, not comparably, you know, to the rest of the country, but it's California cold today. It's like 50. Cold California cold. Check it out though. Well, she don't like that with the choke on. Let's turn it off here. It's one of the things I don't like about these 400s is the choke position. There we go. Let her warm up a little bit. But yeah, overall, I think it looks killer for a 23, almost 24-year-old machine. Check that out. Bam. But look how good the frame is. The frame's in really good shape. Not a lot of scratches, nothing like that. The engine's nice and clean. folks, thanks for tuning in. If you happen to be new, please subscribe while you're here. I'm gonna get back on the old YouTube train of making more and more videos. I've just been really busy, and if you are a regular, you'll notice that wall's new. I got a bunch of new stuff that we did down here at the building, and a lot more changes coming. So stay tuned, because that's gonna be a whole nother video. I'm gonna fill you guys in on what I've been working on the last couple months and what we're gonna do next year, which is gonna be big stuff. I'm really excited about it, so stay tuned for that. See you guys on the next one.